Japanese baseball talent has been stable and steadily increasing to the Major League Baseball. Hideo Nomo started the trend back in 1995. Ever since then, there's been a steady talent pool from Japan that headed to America. Some names might be known, such as Ichiro Suzuki, Hideki Matsui, Daisuke Matsuzaka, Yu Darvish, and Shohei Ohtani, to name a few. In this video, we will look at 3 star Japanese players that currently aren't in the MLB, but may be over the next few years. Each of these players are stars in Japan and definitely have the ability to become not only starters in the MLB, but potentially stars. First up is Roki Sasaki. Roki's the youngest of the 3 players. Roki just turned 21 on November 3rd. He was born in 2001 and made his debut in 2021. He was the first overall selection in the 2019 NPB draft. On April 10th, 2022, he threw a perfect game in which he also tied the NPB record for strikeouts in one game and set a new record for consecutive strikeouts. He was an all-star in 2022. His current statistics in the NPB are nothing but impressive. He's 12-6, 2.10 ERA, 241 strikeouts, a whip of .882. Strikeouts per 9 is 11.3. And this is just after playing 2 seasons in the NPB. There's no telling if Roki would want to be in the MLB, but if he was, what would the timing be like? Well, it's kind of dependent on the current agreements in the MLB and the Players Association, if there were an international draft. If there wasn't an international draft and he wanted to maximize his earnings, he'd have to wait until after his 25th birthday and accruing 6 years of pro experience, so essentially after his 25th birthday, which means he would debut in 2027. If he didn't care about his earnings, he could come over earlier, but he would earn less. Alternatively, he could request for his team to post him earlier than that, which essentially means that an MLB club would pay a fee to the NPB club to release that player from their contract. Roki Sasaki is definitely a player that has MLB talent, even for being so young. He's definitely someone to keep an eye on in the coming years. Next is Munetaka Murakami. Munetaka is primarily a third and first baseman. Was only 22 years old. Birthday is on February 2nd. He's a fantastic hitter, but even a better power hitter. He's played 5 seasons in the NPB. His average is 281, on base percentage 405, slugging 583, OPS is 988, home runs is 177 with 500 RBIs in his career. He had 3 of his 5 seasons are over 30 home runs, with 1 at 56. His 56th home run was actually a record for the most home runs by a Japanese-born player in the NPB. He's also a 3-time All-Star, 2019, 2021, 2022, the Central League MVP in 2022, Rookie of the Year in 2019, Japanese Series Champion in 2021, MVP, Interleague MVP in 2022. He was also able to hit for the Triple Crown in 2022, becoming the first player to do it since 2004, and also to become the youngest player to ever do it at 22 years old. Much like Roki, Murakami probably won't see the majors for a while. Similar circumstances to Roki in terms of coming over to the MLB, so probably won't see Murakami in the MLB for a couple years. But if he does come, boy, look out. And last but not least, Koudai Senga. Koudai is actually expected to make his Major League Baseball debut next year after becoming a free agent in 2022. So he's going to come over to the MLB, or more than likely expected to come over to the MLB in 2023. He most recently signed a contract last year, a 5-year contract with an opt-out year after his first year, which he opted out of, and now he's exploring an MLB transition. Koudai Senga is 29, but he will turn 30 on January 30th, so he's in the prime of his career. Through 11 seasons in the NPB, he's 87-44, 2.59 ERA, 11 holds, 1 save, and 1,252 strikeouts. In the MLB, he's projected to be a potential starter, but also become a reliever potentially as well. He's a 3-time All-Star, 5-time Japanese Series Champion, 2-time strikeout leader, 1-time ERA leader, 1-time winning percentage leader, 1-time wins champion. He pitched a no-hitter in 2019, He's a Triple Crown winner in 2020. He won the Olympics gold medal with the Japanese team in 2022, which was held in 2021. He can hit over 100 miles per hour with his fastball, and he has a nasty splitter, which some people like to call a forkball for him. He sometimes gives up a lot of walks, but he only allows 6.6 hits per 9 innings, which is pretty good. And there's rumors that many of teams are looking at potentially adding Koudai to their team this offseason if he does make the jump to the MLB. Which of these 3 players, or maybe even other players, whether it be from Japan or a different country, are you excited to see in the MLB in the coming years? Let us know in the comment section below.